Welcome back to Railbound. I'm Dear Darling, and enjoy the ride as we make connections and travel the world together. Well, last time, we were trying this episode and I got stuck. So that is often grounds to be like, hey, let's move on and we'll come back to it. So let's start World 10 today, because new episode, new me, where this seems to be nothing crazy. Oh, hold on. We got a barrier. Ooh, we don't have enough tracks. Wait, okay. I was like, that doesn't work. No, hold on, we already had this thing, which I believe is called a semaphore or something. So it's not different yet. From what I can tell, it's, at least I can say, it's the same mechanics we have thus far, just, I suppose it's now combining things together. So this is probably just a continuation from World 9 immediately. It's just even harder, because I'm looking at this and it's like, looks like a pretty difficult level too. So presumably you need to do something like this, is my guess. You probably need to connect actually up here. I worry we're going to run out of tracks though. Actually, where are you going to connect? That's a good point. It has to be something like weird like this. And maybe you don't come out until that, then you trigger it, then you go in, you'll pop it back, you go in, you pop it back. Okay. There's only so much you can do with the amount of space we have in these early levels, which is definitely proving to our benefit, I suppose, when trying to work things out. That feels like it has to go here. This feels like this has to happen. This, we want you to go across. We want you to grab this, and then we probably want you to turn back around. And then you get released. Something like this, I think, would work. Because you need to wait. Ooh, we don't want that to happen. We want you to collect it first and then come back round. Because otherwise you're going to crash immediately. So we want, like... It's exactly literally what I just done. We want you to come up here, then I think we want you to turn around. But where can we put the barrier which makes sense? I guess if you have a big turnaround, like this. No, hold on. We need like a multi-step turnaround or something. What do we need? I'm trying to figure this out. Okay. Where do we want number 3 to wait? We want probably number 3 to wait like over here or something. Again, this is not going to work right because I think number 2 is just going to... Wait, what? Oh. That's not something I considered. We need 3 to turn back around, which is why we have 2 tracks here. I suppose, so we can do this. And we want 3 to just take as long as possible. I mean, we didn't need 3 to take that long, to be honest. But as long as possible is better, because we just want number 2 to guaranteed be in. Okay, so that is forced. This also looks quite forced. So where's number 2 going to go? Well, number 1 is going to come here, then... We want 3 to come here, then we want 3 to, like, wait, I think. We can't have 3 waiting there. We need number 2 to go here. Number 3 is going to come here. Number 1, I assume, is going to be like this. What will this even do? Apart from things are obviously going to crash. Oh, actually, we don't need to connect that back up again, do we? What do I want? What do I want? What is it that he dreams about? What does he want? But the idea is we want 3 to trigger this. We want 2 and 3 to wait for number 1 to come across. So maybe something like this. Wait, what? Ah, okay. Something like this? Ah, but number 1 just triggers it already. So maybe we do this. I think it must be number 3 which waits, but we don't have a lot of places you can wait number 3. I guess I can have you wait up here, but... Wow. Okay. Almost certainly it's going to be something like this. And number 2 is going to go down, and number 1 will go... Ah, number 2 will also go down like this, won't it? And number 1 will also go down like this. So that means... What I mean is the fact they're both going to go... If we just set it up like this, they're both going to go down this track, which is not what we want, because that means number 2 and number 1 both share a track from there on out, which means it's pretty difficult. Not impossible. Not impossible for them to sort themselves out. And I actually think it might be possible by doing this. And then having the connection be something like this, and number 3 just waits. I'm not perfectly convinced by that, but this means that number 1 would theoretically get out if we triggered it, and then number 2 would get out if we... Oh, we'd have to trigger it twice though, actually, now I think about it. So maybe we want this, and we want number 3 to go... I'm not really sure what this is going to do, so I'm just kind of doing it just to see what happens, and that is terrible. I think we want number 3 to wait, but I can't figure out where we want number 3 to wait, because there's not a lot of room. I kind of want number 3 to wait, like, immediately. So if number 3 is to wait here... number 1 is going to trigger it and crash. Which is not... No, they're both waiting for each other, and now they're going to crash. Interesting, I didn't actually know you can have them both waiting on either side of this, semaphore signal, whatever. This is even facing the wrong way around, because this is waiting for... It's looking for this to... No, it's looking for something to pass here. Wait, how do these work again? It's you put it... If they pass in front of a double thing. So, we need... It'd be really nice if this was facing the other way. Well, okay, theoretically it would be really nice if this was facing the other way. For all I know, it makes it the level actually impossible. Number 3, I feel like, has to follow somebody. It can't follow you. At least not like that. But number 3 will never get released if we do this, right? And we want number 3 to hit that thing anyway. I wonder if some of the... Sorry, I'm not looking properly at my microphone again. Let's adjusting so I'm actually looking at the screen properly. I wonder if some of the tracks I thought were forced tracks are not forced tracks. Or am I making an incorrect assumption somewhere else? Is this forced? It's not technically forced. We could do something like this. Actually, number 1's a bit hard to control, because number 1 we definitely need to hit both things. And doing it like this just feels right. Not like this, but I mean, this is also intriguing. Like, what the heck does this mean? Oh, hold on. Number 2 goes round, number 1 grabs both, number 1 gets to the end. So, how do we not completely mess up number 3? Okay, number 2 reaches the end first, which is not good. So presumably we have number 2 wait somewhere. Maybe over here so number 1 can pass first? Ah, but we still have 2 other tracks left. We can't have you wait here, right? Because, yeah, number 1 will immediately proc it. What if we flipped them the other way around? And then had number 2 wait here? No, because you proc it yourself. Well, I don't really know. I'm just sort of guessing at this point. Okay, let's try and think logically about this. The problem with this is either number 3 hits a thing too early, Or number 2. Well, we can't do it like this because that never gets to the end. I'm surprised how almost smoothly this works out. It'd be really nice if we could make number 3 wait on the spot. But we can't really. And I don't think that could ever be the solution because that kind of blocks off one of the paths. Which is a key component of this sort of switch track. My hunch might be we want number 2 to be waiting here, pointing downwards. Number 1... Oh, how's that even going to work? If we had number 2 pointing here downwards and number 1 passed to the track, then number 2 would be released and then go in, and then we set up something that allows number 3 in. But I don't think that's even possible to set up. 1, we can't. That means we had to have number 3 either going around the track the entire time, and I don't even know how we get number 2 there. And 2, this is facing the wrong direction for that to even work, which means something needs to pass across the track first, which means that something needs to trigger the blockade that we have set up over here. So that doesn't even work. So my hunch is... It really is confusing for some reason to me that is Q and E like this, where E is slow down and Q is go faster. It feels like it should be the other way around. So we have number 3 waiting here, but the thing is number 3 can never move from here. This can't be right. I must have made an incorrect assumption somewhere. I think it is interesting to note that these tracks are set up like this, such that we can actually have like a turnaround situation here. I don't know if it's useful. I am sort of just doing things randomly at this point, just to see what happens. That doesn't even do anything, does it? Not really. The annoying thing is this is, well, level 4, which means if we get stuck here, we're not going to be able to progress. So, like, these 2 rails are forced, because these have to go somewhere. The question is whether they turn off or not. I'm not particularly convinced that they turn off of it. I'm somewhat convinced by this like looping concept. Maybe I'm looping them wrong way around. So what if we get number 3 in this action as well? What if we get number 3 in the action this way? 3 is the one which ends up first, then 1, then 2. That would be perfect if we could do this, right? So then, what? Oh, because 3's already procced it. What if we just do this? Okay, they can never escape if they do that. Let's not quite do it like that. I'm just guessing, basically, at this point. Okay, that crashes, so that can't be right. That's, again, impossible. That's not what I meant. I'm just sort of setting up random arrangements just to see what happens. Again, goes 2, 3, 1. That was like a really interesting one, this one. But the thing is, we have to have 3 go up this way to follow 1, because we can't have 3 just do this. What if we turned around? Now, why would it want to turn around into itself? What if number 1 could turn around into itself? How do we get number 3 out? We can't. Okay, so that's straight out. It feels like this has to be set up somehow. Because if we want 3 to join 1, it has to do it via this way. It'd be ideal we could do this, but then the thing is they all come out of this entrance. So what if we did it like... but they all come out that way. It's because we set it up so they come out that way. But the thing is, 3 crashes. And this doesn't even work because some of them will be sent that way. And we haven't even used the semaphore yet. Okay, so maybe it is something to do with this, but we just need to find the right sort of timing for where someone needs to wait. I don't even know who I'd want to wait where. That doesn't make sense because that's an immediate crash. This immediately gets unlocked. No, it doesn't make sense. I want free to wait somewhere else. I'm basically just trying out every single possibility. Most of these don't even make sense. This cannot be right. I think I've actually just tried every single possibility of putting this down. I'm fundamentally getting something wrong with my arrangement here. Now the question is what? And how can I fix it? And the answer is I don't know. And I don't know. So again, I'm sort of just trying things randomly. The thing that is a problem with that... Actually, the biggest problem I'm having is the thing that most of these placements get immediately procced. They immediately allow the boundary up. I'm not even like... I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. Well, this is interesting. I don't really know what I've done which feels different. But where can I make number 2 wait? Where have I even put the thing down? I haven't even put it down. What's even happening? Slow this down. This is too fast. This is too slow. So 2 procs it. 1 goes down that path. And 3 procs it. Okay, so we can make 3 wait. The thing is, this is just letting itself go. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. There's no logic to what I'm doing anymore. I'm just guessing. I can feel my mind like have a hazy cloud fog over it where I try and understand what's going on and I just don't. I'm 100% going to be honest. I don't understand the concept behind this level yet. Because the thing is, it feels actually quite a restrictive level. There's not, like, if we break it down to these things, these 2 are forced, and there's not really, like, many movements. Like, these 2 are obviously going to be useless tracks. This is also probably useless. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. These are where the tracks go. Like, these are the only useful places for the tracks. It's just how do they connect? Well, this has to connect like that. That almost certainly has to connect like this. I just can't logically figure out how other things should connect. Now this is interesting. Hold your horses, matey. Not like that. What if we have number 2 go around itself? Oh, the thing is, this track... I mean, okay, this is actually a very interesting idea. The fact that we don't know where or how the tracks connect, but we know that these are where the tracks have to go, presumably for the intended solution. That's why it feels so restrictive, is because this is where they are. Now, what's a forced track? This is a forced track. This is a forced track. This has to be forced one way or the other. We don't know which way. This has to be as it is. This has to be a forced track. This has to be a forced track because that's the only way it can connect, which means this is a forced track. So theoretically, this has to be the layout of this section here, which is weird because that's a part I think I've got wrong. There's only so many combinations we have over here in the first place. Like, I think the key part is where on earth do we put this? And the answer is I don't know. It has given me an idea for a level that I feel like the switch track should be more of a danger. If anything, you should try and force everyone to cross the switch track the wrong way round, whether basically the right solution hinges on the fact that you never use the connection track or something like that. I don't know how that would work, but it'd be interesting in concept. I think I have to round this episode off here and have a think about this, I suppose, in between the next recording, because I'm not really sure what to do here. I just think conceptually it hasn't clicked in my mind what this level is going for. Like, what is the idea behind this level? which will lead me to a solution. That's what I need to find out. But anyway, if you have been watching, thank you very much. It's been Railbound, and I've been Dear Darling. Likes, comments, subscription, shares, greatly appreciated. Socials, Discord down below. I hope we can see each other again, but for now, it's our farewell. So until next time, bye bye for now.